Oh, it's loud. Welcome, everybody. Scribbles with Chris Ryniak. Number 41. I'm officially at the age that I am now. So, 41 episodes. I am 41. Welcome to the Critter Crew. Hi, I'm Chris Ryniak, and welcome to Scribbles with Chris Ryniak, which I probably already said, but hi, guys. Well, we're back at it again. Regular episodes. Hope you guys are doing well. And let me just check my... Can you guys hear me okay? Looks like the levels are okay. Hi! Hello, Azeli Cat. Hello, D'Artagnan. Hello, Jake. Kesho. I'm going to apologize ahead of time if I bump the camera. I got a new camera mount. You guys can probably see it right here. It's attached to the table, so it might be a little more wobbly than usual, but the other camera mount was a huge pain in my butt. So, I got this one, and all I have to do, it's like a scissor mount, so all I have to do is push it back against the table, and I don't have to work as hard as I used to, so it makes setting up much easier. Hello, BFS Obsessed. Hello, Kesho. So, I hope everybody had a good weekend. We had a good weekend. We cooked and ate a lot of food. Amanda's here.
Hi.
But she's indisposed for the moment. So, oh yeah, so I changed the backgrounds between Mondays and Thursdays. So, hello, Derek. But I'm just gonna start getting into this one. I was having a hard time coming up with an idea today, which is, I don't know if that's unlike me or not, but I was just having a bit of a hard time. I think because I'm out of the Christmas theme and I'm sort of done with making things holiday related. So I don't really want to make everything winter related for my whole life because it's going to be winter for the next 3 months here. Although today it started raining and snow started melting. Amanda's watching a video over there, so if you guys hear something, it's that. It was my fault. I sent her a link. What did I have for dinner? Well, yesterday we had guests over for dinner. Jim Groman, the toy designer extraordinaire, designer of King Corpse and Rotten Rex and BC Blasters and lots of other things. Him and his wife were over for dinner, and we made katsu curry, which is sort of like a beef stew almost. And then I made pork tonkatsu, which is like fried pork cutlets, and rice. So we had leftovers from yesterday, so that's what we had. Hello, McHiz. I'm sorry if I just got right into it tonight. This is, oh, and you know, everybody, I forgot to do this, so I'm going to try to do this for every episode. We've hit 41, which is the same age that I am, but not for too long. So, there we go. I'm going to try to do that for every episode. Remember which number we're at. So did anybody do anything? Yeah, James Groman is doing quite well, actually. He was having a bit of some health issues last year around decon time, but he seems to be doing great. So it was nice to see him up and about, and his wife is really awesome too. So we're pretty lucky that we live close to him. So he dropped off some toys here. I'll show you. He made these little toys for Toy Art Gallery, and they are half dinosaur, half bug. And this is the kind of stuff that he's just really awesome at. And you know, he did all the original sculpts on these. These are Sofubi, so they're really crazy. So this one's my favorite, though. I forget what he called it. Maybe it was a brontopede or something like that, but it's a brontosaurus with a lot of legs. So, yeah, these are really fun. But he's always giving me samples of stuff, which I'm super grateful for because I know a lot of people fight for these, but known Jim for a lot of years. Really awesome guy. If somebody could put a link up to his Instagram, actually, thank you. You're on the ball. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Tappy, 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 tappy.
What's it go by?
He goes by James Groman. I think it might be J. Groman, maybe.
That's right.
Everybody saying hi to you.
Hi!
Did you find it?
I don't know yet. Yes.
Okay. So how is everybody doing? How was everyone's weekend? Anything exciting happen? All I know is I spent many hours in the kitchen with both of my kids helping me make several large meals.
Oh my gosh, there was so much cooking happening.
There was so much cooking. We had to put up like a curtain between our kitchen and the rest of the house so the house didn't just smell like curry forever.
It worked really well actually, the odor trapping curtain. Because every time we cook, the entire house, including all the towels in the bathroom,
yeah,
and your clothes and the coat closet.
I use a lot of onions, and this time it was curry. So there's no escaping curry smell.
I love the smell, but not when I get out of the shower and grab my towel off the hook and it smells like curry.
No. Oh no! Sorry you're sick, Kesho. It seems to be going around. I'm glad the worst is over though. I don't know if we're going to be able to live up to, hello CMH, to that last episode that we had. That was a doozy.
Yeah, we were on fire. I don't think we're going to be able to do that.
I was exhausted after that one. Other than eating all weekend, I don't even remember what I did. I think that's what I did all weekend. I played a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm catching up. Although what was really interesting is the DLC actually kind of brought me back into the old map, which I was kind of surprised at. I thought it would have just been in the new map, but it's all in it's moved over to the old map too. So oh no. We're not even gonna start talking about that. About Sublime. Oh wow, that's awesome, Ethan. Glad you got away. I mean, kids are great and all, but listen, if I ever meet a parent that just says, my kids, I love everything about my kids, they're lying to you. They're absolutely lying to you, or they're not actual parents. So, yeah, I have children, and I was a child, and I was rotten part of the time, and my kids have been rotten. And sometimes you need time away from them. And it's okay to say that. So, I love my kids. But they're people, just like me. And I can become intolerable too. Oh, nice. See, it's nice to, cook for other people. It's becoming one of my favorite things to do, actually. I'm starting to try to, branch out and invite people over and not just see people when we go to decon. Oh, I submitted our application for 5 Points Festival this morning, so looks like that's a go. They haven't accepted it yet, but it was just this morning, so I figured I would get in good and early.
So hoping that if we're one of the first people, they'll be like, oh, they must really want to come.
Well, we did well last year, so And it's a different venue, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. It's a different space, so we're going to have to get used to that again. But
I like 5 points because we can drive to it.
I like that too. And I like that it's not in Manhattan this time, so there we go. Yeah, it's not in Manhattan, so we can just avoid Manhattan altogether and just go straight to Brooklyn. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I prefer driving to conventions over shipping everything because we can just put it in bins in the car and drive.
It's great. It's great to walk in and just like put bins down and just take stuff out.
Yeah, and not everything's wrapped in bubble wrap.
Not sit and wrap it for 3 hours.
And also, like, it hasn't been sitting in bubble wrap for 3 weeks. Like, we have to do things so far ahead of time, and we can literally finish stuff the day before we leave. Like, not that I want to do that, but you know, we don't have to work so far ahead, and that's really nice. I kind of wish all of our conventions were like that. Mm. Oh, that almost went into Jurassic Park.
I was waiting for
it. I'm not very excited about the new Jurassic Park movie.
No.
I think they need to just stop.
Yeah, I think that the last one, that was a great idea.
Yeah.
Now stop.
Yeah, it was really good. Also, like, how many more movies do we need to have where there's someone running away from a large herd of animals or monsters and nearly missing them? Like I feel like action movies have a near miss in every single one. The worst offender for that was not the original, but the Peter Jackson King Kong has the most egregious chase scene of brontosauri running through a valley that's just wide enough for 2 of them abreast. And there's people running underneath them and getting near missed the whole way. Like, yeah, sorry, I can't do it, guys.
I'm so dry.
Oh yeah, so there's no moisture. It was raining today, but none of the moisture got in the house.
Anyone who's anywhere where it's cold right now, I'm sure you're sharing our...
Are you going to give us the weather report?
Our scaly, dry skin. In Greenland?
No, here versus Greenland.
Oh.
I think you'd be disappointed.
It warmed up a lot.
It warmed up quite a bit. Some of the snow melted.
Honestly, and I say this only partially sarcastically, it got kind of warm today.
It did.
It's 34 degrees.
It is 34 degrees outside here.
Which
is 34 degrees warmer than it was 2 days ago.
Comparatively, it feels a lot better outside.
Let's see.
However, if you happen to be in the Northeast Greenland National Park currently, it is negative 41 with a feels like of negative 75 with the wind.
Oh.
And this is during the day, too.
Guys, remind me never to go to Greenland for anything. If there's a comic convention, if there's an art convention in Greenland, I'm not going. I'm sorry.
But come this weekend, they're going to have a heat wave, and it's going to go up to negative 8. So they're in a single digit.
Breaking the bank.
Which for them is like really super warm.
That's
right now.
summertime.
Brett's here.
Britt is here. Hello, Britt. Thank you very much for saying that. It looks cute. I appreciate it. Okay, wait, I gotta go back into the Jurassic Park talk. I feel Jurassic whatever is pandering to me because I like Pratt and Raptors. There's a fine line between nodding at a previous installment and repeating it over and over again. I agree with that. And yet I always feel tension until the top tier predator is taken down by the lowest tier predators. True. Oh, it's okay, Britt. I'm just happy that you popped in for a minute. I understand the plight of low battery. I have one of those awesome iPhones that the battery doesn't work great on it anymore. So I'm hoping to get it in and pretty soon when they open up the replacement battery plan soon. Oh, you're definitely the cool aunt to my kids.
Sorry.
I mean, you're like the cool stepmom. But,
It's because I'm new. See, that's the thing. Like they.
No, it's because you're nicer.
Well,
you're not the enforcer like
but
I am.
See, it's not that. They've had you as an enforcer for 17 and 12 years, respectively. I've only been in the picture for like, what, 4?
Yeah, but you're always nice to them.
So, I'm new, so therefore...
I'm like I don't care if you don't want to brush your teeth.
I haven't worn out my welcome yet.
Yeah. I'm the one who always has to remind... I'm the bringer of bad news, always. That's what dads are, right? Like, I'm here to remind you to do that thing you don't want to do.
Well, sometimes you have to do your homework.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's time for bed. Sometimes
yeah, but it's
you
always...
need a shower, dude.
I'm always that guy.
That makes it sound like I'm talking about your son. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I know. They're both... They're both in that phase where, like, they don't care if they take a shower or not.
Yeah. Get your butt in the tub. I'm going to turn on the water for you.
Yeah, I think, well, so we have to, we do want to get married. We wanted to get married last year, but we just ran out of time.
Here's the thing, too. Things got real complicated with our families.
Yeah. Well, with your family,
with my
specifically.
Family. Like, I really kind of wanted to have, I had resigned myself to, like, we're going to have this, like, cute little wedding, and we were looking for places to do it, and we found some stuff, and then my whole family went and moved to Florida.
Very quickly, too, by the way.
Yeah, so...
I think it was me. I think I drove them away.
While I don't really want to require everyone to come back up to Ohio, so that makes things kind of complicated.
It sure would make things easier.
And I know it's easy to just have a cute little thing in Florida, but I don't like Florida that much. So I don't want all my wedding pictures to be in Florida. So, I don't know. It's a little complicated now.
Well, we're going down there pretty soon.
Legally, that has no bearing on anything. We can just go get married tomorrow if we want to.
We're going to go down there pretty soon, and we can discuss with them what they feel comfortable doing. Not that I'm going to get married for other people. I did that once, and we saw how that worked out. And, you know, it lasted about 13 years, so it wasn't terrible. That's hilarious, Derek. Oh yeah, you can still get fingerless gloves at Hot Topic.
That's good to know.
Somebody said we should just get married at Diagon Alley.
There's too many people.
There's way too many people. If we could clear that out, if we could clear it out, I totally would.
Yeah, I feel like we'd be jostled out of our own wedding.
Yeah, boy, I'm not having a good time with the perspective on this. Yeah, no, it's so crowded in that space. It's a cool space, but we could have the singing witch group sing for us. That's how nerdy I am. I don't know the name of anything. Steve can clear any room. Oh, also, Steve happens to be quite the Harry Potter expert, he's very well versed in all things Harry Potter. I don't know anything about anything, and he starts getting into like expanded universe backstory stuff, and my eyes start glazing over. And I'm sure that stuff is very interesting and important. I just have I think I have limited patience for things that require me to know things.
Brit and Puppy Cat was talking about how much kids smell.
Oh man, they do so much, and they're always so dirty.
She said my favorite is when they have a whole bunch of snot running out of their nose and they just don't care.
Oh, it's so bad. Like, their hands are always so filthy. Just look at a kid's hands next time you're near a kid. Don't touch them, because you'll catch something. They're just a breeding ground of infectious diseases.
Did you ever get sorted? I don't think we did that.
Which house are we? No, I have no idea.
I'm gonna put you square in Gryffindor.
Why is that? I don't know anything about this.
You have you really, for the people that you care about, you really care about them, and you really go out of your way to make sure things are good for them, even if it's hard. And that's a very, like loyalty and bravery.
Would you say that I'm stalwart?
I would say you're very stalwart.
Listen to this, guys.
Those are very Gryffindor qualities, and I think that you have them. So that's what I would put you in.
Wow. That's good, right?
Yeah, no, that is good.
Yeah, but Slytherin's way cooler.
Slytherin is cooler, and I have the right hair.
Slytherin can shop at Hot Topic.
I think but see, Slytherin got all super, dragged through the mud. It was a good house at one point, and then it just got corrupted.
It's true. Shuby, what do you mean, hi Monday sketch today? I don't understand the question. Let's see, my wife recently realized that being around our niece which has deterred her from buying expensive kids' clothes.
Yeah, they're just gonna mess it up and tear holes in the knees.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And they'll grow out of it in 3 months.
They grow out of their clothes so fast. My daughter's growing out of clothes every month.
She's growing like her pouring fertilizer on her right now.
Yeah.
Like I pulled stuff out of her drawers that were 3 months old and they already don't fit.
Yeah,
Walmart it is.
It's funny watching how they grow disproportionately too. Like Ben's legs, my son's legs got super long really fast. And then he grew into them, but his legs were like a beanstalk. A beanstalk.
A beanstalk. Jack and the beanstalk.
Brenton Pupcat agrees with you.
I think so.
So we have this saying around here that when you're not good at something, you're not a good person for it.
No, that's not what that means. That's not what that actually means.
Okay, what does it mean?
It means you don't like it.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Remember?
that's right. Yeah. So sometimes Amanda she's very verbose and composed, but sometimes her words don't come out of her mouth.
Did we talk about on a keyboard?
Yeah, we talked about how you're a keyboard.
It's along those lines.
Yeah, but
brain in the mouth
I forgot what we were talking about. But you just at one point just said I'm not a good person for it.
I think I was trying to let you down easy on something that I didn't like that you suggested we do or eat or something.
That's not my thing. You
all
just said
that came out of my mouth was I'm not a good person for it. Just the stupidest phrase. It's like English is my second or third language.
But we say it all the time now. Apparently I've been misusing it too. I'm not a good person for it.
You aren't.
You can't say his name, Voldemort.
You can now.
Yeah, that's true. Because spoiler alert.
I was gonna say.
He's Ray Fiennes.
If
No, that's what you find out at the end.
Oh, you find out who played it?
You find out that he's Ray Fiennes.
In a weird mask with a green nose.
Yeah. He just hisses a lot.
That's parcel tongue. Thank you very much.
I thought it was a speech impediment.
No.
Yeah, well, whatever words you just said. Beep boop, Harry Potter. Is he is Voldemort friends with Darth Vader?
Probably. I think they'd be a good team. Vadermort.
Vadermort. Yes. Am I gonna have to start comparing villains? Who's a better villain, Darth Vader or Voldemort?
I think Kylo Ren is not a very good villain. I mean, he is.
I think Kylo Ren is the best villain.
He's a good villain. I mean, he's...
Because I find Adam Driver to be so unlikable as a person. Not
I
as a
don't know
person.
him, so I don't know.
I just don't want to look at him. But I feel like that makes him a good villain.
Yeah.
He's got a temper. He's a big baby.
I think, you're right.
He's also got a really small torso apparently.
That's really why. I think the things that maybe that's it. Maybe it's not being a bad villain as much as it is being kind of like really unlikable. But I guess that makes it a really good villain.
Yeah. Like what are the the properties of a good villain? It's not like, oh, he's handsome.
No, but I think
it's like, oh, I hate that guy.
But I think ruthless, smart, and scheming are usually my like, ooh, that's a good villain.
Yeah, but he seems really realistic to me. He's like, oh, I knew that kid in high school. Yeah. He was a turd.
It's true.
I mean, they're not all gonna be like Javier Bardem, like.
Right.
Although he did have the same haircut in No Country for Old Men as Adam Driver.
I can never remember that guy's name.
Javier?
Yeah. Well, I always mix him up with the guy that did Mama, and he's real thin. Does all the is it
a Botet
But his name's Javier too, right?
Javier Botet?
I get them very, very mixed up.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. No, Chloe did not get her can of black olives, but I'll make it up to her. Let's see. Whoa, the dunny has a cloud and a broomstick that it inserts into the cloud, and then the dunny can ride the broomstick. That's impressive. Oh, yeah, that series is actually pretty cool.
I don't know that I've ever seen that series. I don't pay attention to things.
Like Joffrey. Yes, Joffrey is...
Oh, yeah, like, he's real hateable.
You don't like anything about him. Like, I think that's a really good... that's a good example.
I gotta say, he was awful, but he was also awful in the books, and I think they did a really good job of making him horrible in the series, too.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, he's just an actor. Aww. I don't know what his name is. I'm gonna keep spoiling the wrong thing. That's my new thing. Spoiler alert, it's just a wig.
His name isn't really Joffrey.
Right.
It's something else. I don't know what that actor's name is.
I
Sorry, that actor. I don't know your name. I think Peter Dinklage is the only one whose name I know.
Oh yeah, and the Brienne of Tarth.
Which I used to know her name and I completely forgot.
Captain Phasma.
Yeah, her.
The Scribbles is a great way to get the baby to sleep. Go for a ride on a snail. It's gonna be the slowest ride ever, too. Just come back in an hour and it's gone an inch.
Oh yeah, those are cute.
Yeah, they're carrying those at Hot Topic now.
Huh. That's a good use of the Dunny platform.
Yeah, the one with the pumpkin's really cool because you can actually like take the pumpkin apart and there's a full Dunny inside there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's like a full body.
I like the one that has the stink flower.
I'll have to look at
it
that
has,
one.
like,
I haven't seen them all.
It has like one of those carrion lilies.
Oh yeah, it's called a Titan arum.
That's right. There's one here that bloomed, and we went to go see it.
Yeah, and it smelled real bad. Now this is not any of their fault. I like the one with all the seance candles. The seance is
pretty great.
This is not their fault, but I really, really dislike pad printing. Like I feel like it makes toys look cheap, but their designs are great. I don't think it's their fault.
But also, I feel like that's kind of that Dunnies. Like that's the thing. Like that's how they are.
I think I try to avoid them. I try to avoid pad printing as much as I can when I design toys because I don't know. I feel like I want my figures to look like a little thing sitting there, like it has as much life as it possibly can in toy form. So I'm gonna avoid things that are gonna inherently look fake through the production process.
I can see that.
So, but that's just me. I mean, a lot of people don't care. I think stuff that's more designy, like stuff that's just like purely graphic driven, I think that's fine. But yeah, I would really push for sculpting, and yeah, I've had to make those limitations on stuff before, and I'm not entirely happy with it. So
I'm looking at my iPad and typing on my phone, and I wanted to get down to the bottom of the chat on my computer, and I totally just smeared my screen.
Oh no!
Trying to touch screen.
Oh, you touched your MacBook. That's awesome.
Oops.
Did we come up with colorways for TSH2? We're
Working on
in
it.
the process of it.
Actually, that's
Literally right now.
tertiarily what I'm doing currently.
Yeah.
Oh, hon, did you want a, I almost called it a schadenfreude. Did you want a Schadenfreude?
I would love one. I would love a schadenfreude.
I'm going to say hi to everyone.
Oh.
Hi. I just got out of the shower and I'm not wearing makeup. Hi.
Hi. I am not wearing makeup either. So I have to thank everybody who on the Facebook group for joining in and participating in the Interesting Animals alphabet today. I had this idea years ago because I'm sort of obsessed with like not obscure, but like less known animals. And I had an idea to do a kid's book that was full of weird animals. I think one has been done since, maybe several. But there's just so many crazy animals out there. So I'm very, very happy that you guys jumped in on that one. But I was surprised that somebody used a qual instead of a quokka. So, but qual was good also. It also qualifies. Hello, Red Jarro Jam. Thank you for the cupcakes. Oh my gosh, they just keep coming. Boom. Derek says, your figures are alive. I talk to them all the time. They don't respond to the most acute answers, though. I think that's fair considering the blank stare they always give me. Yeah, they're not real smart. I did some rearranging. I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram. I put up a shelf with all of the Figgle bits, except for the glow-in-the-dark ones, which I don't have the painted ones yet. And all the Stinky Gingers. And not all of them, just the unpainted ones. And I'm finding that I like unpainted Sofubi, my own unpainted figures, more than I like the painted ones. So here, I'll give you a really good example. So this is Puddle Sprout. So this is the painted version. And this is a really nice... So this is a good example of using the sculpt for the paint. So there's no pad printing. There's just spray masks. So this is Puddle Sprout, and then this is the unpainted version, and I like the unpainted one so much better. But I'm a designer too, so I appreciate sculpts more than like things that look like they're alive. So I think I appreciate the sculpt more than anything. But they look really good when you have a whole set of them together, too. Yeah, sorry about the dad joke. Yeah, there's so many. So, like, there's an antelope called a Saiga Antelope, which is the weirdest thing. It totally looks like something from Star Wars. And I believe they live in Mongolia. And they have this really big snout, and the reason why they have the snout is to actually warm the air before they breathe it, because it's so cold where they live. So yeah, their eyes are just like super crazy, or not their eyes, but their snouts are really big. Thank you so much. You Cheers, everybody. Oh, thanks, Red Jar Jam. Yeah, I think that's what we like about the resins too. Like, the eyes are clearly not the same material. Whenever you paint them, you can see the surface of it, and that's not what you'd be able to see if that creature was alive. Amanda just ran by. I'm just trying to get some of the shading down before I go in and do the line work. So if you were on the Facebook group, you saw that bindlewood.com is now open again after the holiday season. So if you missed something, you wanted to get something, stickers, coloring books, all that stuff is available again. But we will be having. I just got a huge shipment in of resin that I need to paint. So look out for that. Probably early February, I'm going to say. I have to go start painting them. So, and this will be the first time I'm going to be offering larger figures online. Well, not entirely true. I did sell some Twofold through Patreon at one point, but it'll be this size figure. So we'll have a pretty limited number of them, but more than I usually have at conventions. So it'll be tough, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes because the price is a little higher than the normal unpainted ones. But they'll be coming up pretty soon. And if you're signed up for the mailing list at bindlewood.com, you'll get an update as to when that's actually coming. But I need to start painting them. But I got a million other things to do too, so. Yeah, hopefully it's not just one of those things where I put them up in the store and they're gone in a minute and a half. I'm going to try to make enough. Will I ever sell a round bat through Bindlewood? No, I don't think that I will. Those ones, actually I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to say I'm probably not going to be making one of those for quite some time. I'm so backed up with other things I gotta do. So, oh, sorry.
There you go. It's giving you an opportunity.
Oh, of course, Mickhiz. Yeah, it's something that I've talked about for probably over a year, selling the larger resins online, and I haven't had the time, or I haven't had the resources, or I didn't have the wherewithal to plan it. And this year there's gonna be quite a few releases, probably around between 5 and 6 different releases of larger figures, hand painted one. So no Britain Puppy Cat but there is a hand painted one coming up in February, but it's not gonna be yellow. I was just showing the figure itself. So. Oh, no worries. The internet's glitchy. So, I don't know if anybody else has this issue. We have sort of where the studio is. I'm actually going to draw a picture of it because it's the only way that I can describe what's happening. So my house is shaped like, I have to draw it here. My house is shaped like this. This is my front door. There's a bedroom here and a bedroom here. And the studio is actually here. So this is an addition off the house. So this is an outside wall here, and there's a door in the middle. So over here is where the Wi-Fi is. That's where our router is. Our signal, it gets totally lost out here. So we're looking into getting, what were those things called? Euro? Something where it's a signal booster, basically. I forget what they're called. But does anybody else have this problem where your signal just kind of drops out in places in your house? Like, I know it drops out in our basement, but yeah, we're looking into getting something. I'm just wondering if anybody had success with a product like that. So, what's the largest figure you think you would sell in Bindlewood? Oh, I don't know.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I might do an original. like one of the larger, like, 8 or 10-inch figures.
I think
Not
it's
sure.
good.
Yeah. Is it a repeater? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think.
they have like a main one,
Yeah.
which plugs into the modem,
Right.
and then they have these extra things called beacons, and you just kind of plug them into electrical sockets around where you want them to transmit a signal. So I think like the main one, it's hardwired into your modem, and then it like broadcasts the signal to the beacons, and then the beacons take the signal and rebroadcast it again. So I'm hoping that that'll help because man, our Wi-Fi out here is bad.
Yeah, it's super bad. Every time you kept saying beacon, I'm like, it sends our signal all the way to New Jersey?
Is that New York?
I don't know.
I think that's where Flutter
Sure.
is. It's in New York.
Yeah,
You got the
New
new
York?
You got the new part right.
It was my bad internet. So Kesho, does it work well though? Do you know if it works?
Even a little bit would be helpful.
Yeah. My joke was terrible. I'm taking it back. My Beacon, New York joke.
It's alright.
I'm taking it back.
You can take it back. You get
Forget
one,
it, guys.
You
Forget
get one
it.
per day.
I'm going home. I need a do-over.
Red Jar Jam, that's to keep the aliens from reading our minds. Not for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's so funny whenever you go anywhere now and you look at your phone, it shows you all the different Wi-Fi signals that you could possibly be
There's
using.
like 8 million of them.
Surprisingly, only 1 or 2 pops up here that isn't ours.
Yeah. We've got like a big metal filing cabinet and
Oh, that's
multiple
true.
walls and 2 printers in the way, so that might have something to do with it. And one of those walls is an exterior wall.
Yeah. We're hoping we can bounce it around a corner. I'm thinking like a series of mirrors
I
would
think
work.
we can slingshot it.
Yeah.
If we get 2 beacons, and like one's in the hallway or something and one's in here, we'll be alright.
No. Kesha says the beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. Oh, so nerdy. So far, Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
Harry Potter,
Middle Earth.
Lord of the Rings. Oh, I want to show you guys something. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Oh. I have no idea.
What?
I have no idea what he's getting right now.
It's really exciting.
He promises it's going to be exciting. I can't even figure out what he's doing. I guess we'll find out in a minute.
If I can find them.
Oh, that's what you're... Okay.
Yeah. This is really exciting, guys. Sorry, I just ran away. So we went to Bass Pro Shop over Christmas, and they have it's like a penny candy section full of flies for fly fishing, and so these are the Tenkara flies that I was using before. So you can see how big they're not. They're pretty small. But that's what I was using to catch all the tiny fish. So, admittedly, I don't know what all the names of these things are.
Little guy, real small guy, tiny dude.
But
Feather boys.
check this out. Yeah, feather dudes. So this is the biggest one, and then check this out. Look how small that is. Look how small that hook is. So, tiny itty bitty. Like in comparison, that's pretty awesome. I was super excited to find super tiny. I think these are like number 20s
They're
or something
so
like that.
small. I feel like they're going to just go in between 2 layers of skin.
No, but there's some pretty cool ones though. But I'll show you how we have them all. I have them all.
Oh, real quick interjection. Look at Kevin currently.
Oh, don't eat the pencil. So here's all of these are the big ones that I had. These are all the Tenkara flies. And then these are all the small ones. And some of them have like really awesome like foil and stuff on them to make them all shiny. But I'm excited to use these because I can catch much smaller fish. So there we go.
So little.
Yep. So this is my tackle box, guys. That's it.
And it's only like a quarter full. That's
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. But they break down eventually because they're made of thread, and they like the water will break them down. So I forget to turn the light off. Sorry, I'm all over the place tonight, guys. Deal with it. Yes, technically you do need a license. Oh, that's awesome, Kirby. Yeah,
Oh, that's right, Kirby fishes.
I'm not ready to plunge into tying flies yet because I get very obsessive over things, and once I start down that path, that's all I'll want to do.
He's
and
saving it for old man time.
I have a lot of work I gotta get done, and I have things I owe people, so I don't have time to be tying flies right now, unfortunately. Right now, the only thing I can do hobby-wise is once in a while I'll go fishing when the water is not frozen solid. Play Horizon Zero Dawn, cook, and I just downloaded Tap Tap Fish for my phone.
Tap tap fish.
It's so stupid. But yeah, I'm excited for the thaw so I can actually go out and try fishing again. Because I feel like I totally missed fishing in the fall. I think I went one time. Oh, Tap Tap Fish is ridiculous. And like, it'll just eat your life away. But there's lots of pretty fish, and I got I think a mahi with
like building a reef.
with a birthday hat on.
Oh yeah, party mahi.
Yeah, Kirby, it's definitely something I want to do. I do want to learn how to tie my own flies. I'm just afraid. I'm afraid of starting because it'll be all consuming. It's kind of why I haven't really been practicing ZBrush as much as I should be, because I know that's all I'll do.
That's important though.
So, I used to ice fish. When I was a kid, I ice fished quite extensively, actually. Fell through the ice a couple times, which is not fun. But yeah, I spent a lot of time on the ice with my dad when I was much younger.
That holds no attraction for me whatsoever.
Oh, Kirby says, me and my boyfriend started watching Dark. It's crazy. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It just gets crazier. No spoilers. It gets crazier. Amanda and I really enjoyed watching it. We did finish it though.
It was really good. I read that they were approved for season 2.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's awesome. I'm sorry, I was reading what
It's
Derek was
okay.
saying. Thank you so much, Derek.
So we can look forward to more German craziness.
Yeah. Dark is a like sort of a supernatural sci-fi drama out of Germany that is it's a Netflix series, right?
Yeah, and your description is making it sound very tame.
I think there's no. I mean, there's. Oh boy, how do I describe it without giving anything away?
It's a mind bender.
It's definitely a mind bender.
And the less you know about it, the better. So if
Yeah.
you like things that are, well, I guess dark and have to do with kind of like mind bending kind of things,
Yeah. Like if you like Memento and you like Inception,
definitely give it a watch because it's really, really good.
yeah, and you're gonna just be shaky. There was times when we got to the end of an episode and we're just like, oh, okay, now what? Like, yeah, it's a really good series. Oh, Britton Puppy Cat saw the Shape of Water,
Oh, so
and
good.
she said she cried 3 times. Aw, yeah, it was pretty great. I had a few little criticisms, but they were purely about the creature design. but the film itself was really great. It was very sort of. I guess it's surprising that you can make movies like that now that aren't just like huge Marvel blockbusters. It's like an emotional monster movie,
Right.
which is great that got made, and it won a Golden Globe too.
And it definitely follows Guillermo del Toro's other film ideas.
Oh,
of,
yeah.
like the monsters aren't really the monsters.
Right.
It's people who are the monsters.
For sure. Yeah, there's a lot being said in that movie. Oh, that's funny. That's really good, Britt. Only one minor opinion.
With Dark, I kept thinking, like, how many flowcharts and post-it notes
Oh my
do
god.
they have to use to keep all of the pieces of that story straight?
Oh, broken
Oh.
lead. Oh, D'Artagnan, good luck with your travels. Thanks for popping in. Jimmy's Dreams, thank you so much. From Shanghai. Yeah, there was a lot to keep track of in Dark, and some of the stuff when you find out is like, oh. Like you kind of have some ideas about maybe what's happening.
I won't say anything else.
But yeah, we shouldn't say anything else. So if you want to watch it, go watch it. It's pretty good. Yes, turn off the English dubbing. Oh my gosh, watch the subtitles. And just hear how many times they say Scheiße.
Well, and for one, like, the actors, they're good.
Yeah, they're good. They are good actors.
I want to hear their original, like, I don't know.
You don't want to hear like a
situations.
Midwest accent?
No.
Like I want to hear what they call Mickle
I don't know.
in an American accent.
Skylar.
Skylar. Bryce.
Brock.
Oh gosh, yeah. Just terrible American names. No offense to anybody named Brock. Sorry. It's not your fault. It's your parents'
School
fault.
with the Brock. It was a long time ago, so I can't vouch for the kind of person that he was because I was in 8th grade.
If my last name was Lee, I would name my kid Brock,
Oh,
and his
that would
middle
be-
name would be
That would be really,
O.
That would be really nice of you. I'm sure little broccoli would really appreciate that.
My name's Brock O. Lee.
Yeah, we started watching it, and it like defaults to the English dub, and as soon as people started talking, we were like, whoa, no, we can't watch it like this. We haven't seen Bright yet. We started, we got about 20 seconds in, and Chris turned it off.
Yeah, okay, so I started watching it, and we didn't even get through the credits, and I saw the horrendous 12-year-old graffiti on the walls, and it was just so trite that I couldn't get past that. Like, I don't know.
That might be a new record for you.
I'll give it a try. Yeah, I've watched some bad movies, but
I know.
I don't know. I got annoyed right off the bat at how kind of stupid it was. Like, it wasn't. I don't know. It felt so. I mean, I realize it's a fantasy, but it felt so inauthentic that it was almost insulting.
Tell us how you really feel, Chris.
Hey, I'm a designer. I can't help it.
I understand.
These are the type of things.
Oh, I know. Like last time we went to Panera and I was criticizing the sign.
Or when you see Amanda's favorite thing is when she sees a treasure map with burnt edges.
Hate it. Like, unless that thing was literally supposed to have survived a fire, that's fine. But you can't just burn the edges of things and think that makes it look old. It just makes it look burnt. Sorry, I'm gonna stop now.
Well, these things tell a story, right?
Yeah, not a story about a fire.
See, I like mindless movies too. Like I like big bombastic stupid popcorn movies. So I want to watch Bright. Just wasn't in the mood for it at the time. But yeah, 20 seconds in with really bad graffiti. Come on, guys.
I was gonna say, you watched Gods of Egypt, so...
Oh boy, was that a doozy.
Yeah, so I think you should give Bright a chance.
If
you're willing to sit through that one...
I also watched King Arthur on the airplane.
Yeah, if you're willing to do that, it's kind of insulting to Bright not to give it a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's got monsters in it, so I'll watch it. But I'm also not that big a fan of the director as a person. He's sort of obnoxious.
I don't know who it is.
What is the guy's name? His last name's Landis. I forget his first name.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
He's obnoxious.
Danny, Bob, Sean.
Sean. No.
Andy Landis. David Ayer.
That's
Ayer?
no.
Max Landis?
Yeah, I think so.
David Ayer, director. Max Landis, writer.
Oh, okay. It's the writer that I'm not a fan of, so I'll give it a watch.
Guys, Chris has opinions.
I do not.
If you hadn't figured this out,
Do
I
not.
just thought you should know. I did not.
Has anybody seen The Disaster Artist yet? We have not seen it, so. That also won a Golden Globe last
Did it?
night, yeah. And Tommy Wiseau got on stage and they knocked the microphone away from him.
Oh, wow.
They didn't even let him say anything.
Were they just afraid of what was going to happen?
Yeah, probably.
No, don't do it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes, The Toys That Made Us is a fantastic series. If you haven't watched it yet, the Masters of the Universe one I think was my favorite one. But if you're into toys at all, and if you're my age, anywhere near my age,
my age counts too, just so you know.
yeah, your
You
age
could be in
too.
your mid-30s.
Well, I said near. I said anywhere near. Give it a watch. It's a really well produced series, except for the theme song and the opening.
Oh yeah.
Theme is real bad.
Someone greenlit that. They shouldn't have. Good idea, maybe. Maybe it's one of those ideas that you like do at home for your friends.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't, you know.
But the series itself, we watched all of them, and I was disappointed that there weren't more.
There might
So
be more.
I hope they're making more, because there's so many. Like they could do one just about. They could do one about TCFC.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the company that was owned by American Greetings that did Care Bears and Strawberry Shortcake and My Pet Monster, Barnyard Commandos. It's funny because I was thinking of Jim Groman the entire time. We actually talked about that series last night, and he actually knew some of those guys. So it's really interesting how those toys came about. Yeah, the Barbie episode was very interesting.
So weird. Sometimes I like this program. Sometimes I really don't.
What's that? Which program?
Adobe Draw.
Yeah, I avoid that one. Because I like Procreate because it's more like painting. You're like mushing pixels around like paint.
Maybe I should do that instead.
I don't know. I think you're getting a good result out of it.
You know what though? Now that I remember, that's what I did last time. No wonder this sucks so bad.
What did you do last time?
Oh, I did it all in Procreate. Gosh darn it. Well, these are just mock-ups. I'll do the good ones in Procreate.
Okay. Amanda's upset.
Sorry, guys. Tech issues.
Titch support. I feel like we're really low energy tonight. It's happening.
It's Monday. Garfield doesn't like it either.
No, he just likes lasagna and hates John. And Odie.
To be fair, John Arbuckle was kind of a milquetoast.
No, Milk Toast from Boom County was a milk toast. Do you remember that character?
I don't.
He was a cockroach.
I don't remember that at all.
He might have been from Outland. Showing our age, guys. Which movie are you talking about, Kesho? Oh. Milk Toast is the name of a character from a comic strip. But Milk Toast means just sort of blah, right?
Dictionary.com says milquetoast is a person who is timid or submissive. Its origin is from the 1930s from the name of a cartoon character, Casper Milquetoast, created by H.T. Webster in 1924.
Oh, I know H.T. Webster.
So it just means someone who's like think of like soggy toast.
Yeah.
And like that's their personality.
There you
like,
go.
Limp, soggy.
When is that from?
What?
What year? Like from the 30s?
The comic is from 1924.
Hey guys, welcome to things that old-timey people say. We're your hosts, old-timey people. We do that all the time. You more than me.
To be fair, I learned about the word more from a Helmet song.
Oh.
So that makes me a little cooler, maybe not really.
No.
Well,
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah, it was the 90s.
Isn't Milk Toast a Pavement album? It could be.
It might be, for all I know. I've never listened to Pavement, so I don't know.
I think you've listened to Stephen Malkmus, though. He's the lead singer of Pavement.
Probably.
I don't think you liked it.
No, I know I don't.
He was the one who did that song about Yul Brynner.
Alright, so I'm just going to name 3 singers. I don't know their names. So that guy, the guy from the Flaming Lips,
Oh, yeah.
and the guy from Ween. I can really go my entire life and never hear any of them again. Yeah, you put on that complaint. That's good. I'm doing it.
Oh, we're getting into music we can't listen to again?
I just wanted to say, because I'm just saying, like, that category of vocalization.
What, shrill?
That's what I can't handle.
You mean like Axl Rose?
No, because that's different. I don't know. I just can't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Wayne Coyne.
No offense to people who really like that. It's awesome. Keep on rocking it. It's just not for me.
We've been saying that a lot lately. Oh, that's not for me. Which I think is a sign that we're old. No, I think all the gray hairs popping out of my beard are the thing that are telling me that I'm old. Oh, jeez. Steve is back. Steve popped in just to say that.
Yeah, I know you did.
He's been listening this whole time, just waiting. Steve the Great Disruptor.
What was the Statues Crumble song? Was that Sugar Ray? The All Around the World Statues Crumble thing?
Oh, yeah, that's Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
I'm not good on that one either. I'm not a good person for that one either. I know you hate that one so much. Isn't that the one you played last time? Yeah, the 2 seconds. Everyone knew it, but so here's the problem though. We all know it from 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So.
And that's all you need to hear.
But see, that means it did its job.
What burrow its way into your brain?
Yeah, you remember it, so I can't really
I just think,
that much.
but like, you know that the end scene in, not the end scene, but that scene in Clockwork Orange where he's like, got his eyes open and showing him thing. That's how I feel about all that stuff.
That's gonna be my personal hell with Sugar Ray. and going to the grocery store on Sunday afternoon. Those are the two things that are going to make up my personal lake of fire.
Oh. Are we really going to get into this again, though? Guys. There's just so much bad music to talk about. I'm not even going to start talking about 90s R&B. But some of that was great, though.
Yeah.
That comes up pretty often in this house.
And by great, you mean doesn't stand the test of time in any way?
No, but it's hilarious.
What's that even mean? Is that like the equivalent of like flower crowns now?
The fact that she knows all the words tells me something. She's got the tattoo. Thanks, Azeli Cat. Oh my god, Red Gyro Jam, we've talked about this before. Get out of my house. That might be the worst song. It's up there with. It's up there with like Scatman.
Yeah, that's real bad.
And I'm Blue.
Mm.
I did it again, guys.
It's pretty bad. That one's real bad.
I did it again. Amanda had a visceral reaction to a song.
I think, to be fair, a lot of people had that reaction. Like, what is this?
I'm not gonna do my rendition of that
Morbid
song.
Mizzy said, "I love cheesy '90s R&B."
Oh yeah.
There we go. This is how we do it. Yeah.
Take it. Although every time we hear
Had a mouthful of wine. Sorry.
every time we hear Michael McDonald come on, we just start singing Warren G.
MC Scat Cat.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like that represents like the worst of like.
Remember I was doing Scat Cat that one day? Like, my name is Scat Cat and I'm here to say.
No, it's my name is Scat Cat. I'm the man. I live in a garbage receptacle.
It was just so like it was that awful like not even trying rap.
Yeah, blah blah blah, and I'm here to say blah 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 in a major way.
Right.
Dude, I went and saw the Spice Girls movie at midnight at my school in college, and it was awesome.
You know what's funny? I got together with a bunch of my friends when I was in college, and we went to go see the Spice World movie as a joke. And I think everyone that was there was thinking the same thing, and it was really fun. It was a terrible movie.
It was, but like you enjoyed yourself. Now I'm gonna have Brant sing some Doobie Brothers for me. Let's call him up. Brant, I know we haven't talked in a while, but this is really important.
I like how you define important.
I have priorities. Night, Jake.
Good night, Jake. Thanks for popping in. That was great. Did you just whine burp?
Oh shoot! Did I burp and not even realize
You do it all the time.
Sorry, guys.
So Amanda's a world-class belcher.
I'm sorry. I didn't even know.
She does it all the time, and she doesn't even realize it.
I went to go stretch, and a burp came out. I'm sorry.
You're a mess.
Better than stretch.
You sound like a guy who's been single his whole life.
I
went to stretch and a burp came out. I went to KFC and I got a bowl.
And a burp came out.
KFC, a fill-up.
Yeah, it's not a bowl, it's a fill-up.
Right. And I stretched and a fart came out.
Like, you need something to fill that hole in your belly? There's a fill-up.
I blinked too hard and a fart came out.
Every time you put on that southern accent, I think of Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
Do I need to link to that garbage?
Oh my gosh, Krispy Kreme is the best.
Here, I'll find it and post it. Anybody?
Because all I had to do was go like this.
At your own
and
risk.
just like that, I killed him with my fist.
At your own risk.
So there's this rapper named Krispy Kreme.
Is it the baddest?
I
is it,
am the baddest of them all.
We'll do that one. Or is it Haters Wanna Be Me?
They're both awesomely terrible. I memorize the words to both of them.
I was gonna say, you know this real well.
Because it's so bad. So nobody could... I don't think anybody ever figured out whether he was a joke or not.
I like both options. Because if it was a joke, it's genius.
Yeah. He's also really short. He's like a super short guy. But there's one where he's like rapping and he's totally got snouts in his nose.
Oh, Eric Clapton.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh my gosh, that's terrible, Steve.
Wow.
Steve, remind me why I let you in here? Somebody's got to class this joint down a little bit.
It's true. It's a little too classy usually with me burping.
I burped so hard a fart came out.
I'm not going to say that I've done that, but I might have done that before.
Sorry, guys.
Marriage material.
Listen, I don't care about the production values of the Krispy Kreme video. That was taking the internet by storm when it came out. So set your sights low, guys.
Yeah, like I don't even know
Aim
if that
low.
was shot on a phone as much as that was shot on a camcorder they got at Goodwill.
I just put my camcorder away. Found it the other day. I just put it in the crawl space.
I love that they're like in the guy's basement with plastic guns.
It's got to be a joke, right?
It has to be, and like I said, if it is, more power to him. It's gold. And if it's not, I'm really concerned and curious as to where this guy is today. Because this was 2012.
Yeah, we need a where are they now? I'm sure somebody's doing research on that right now. Rogero Jam, don't make fun of Ace of Base. That's Steve Brown's favorite band. Don't make fun of them. Steve will be very upset. Marvin Mizzy. Yeah, it kind of shows you, like, if you have a closed head injury, you too can be a rapper. And be popular for some reason. I think he made it on, like, Tosh.0 or something like that, too.
I mean,
And Daniel Tosh stood next to him, and he was huge compared to him.
I'm 99% sure this was done in jest. But I don't know.
All that you want is
Gross.
Who would want another baby?
Another. Just
Another
keep going.
one. After one's enough. Steve. The key word there was want. Who wants? Hot ham.
Or the sign where it was just that weird, like, Egyptian ankh floating around.
Yeah, I saw that sign.
Did it open up your eyes?
No. I was like, oh, there it is. And then I kept driving.
Oh, God.
No, Steve. No. We're not talking about that one.
That's some singing.
Yeah, that one's, yeah, I'm not gonna make a comment on that one.
I still can't find more information on Krispy Kreme.
Did he just disappear?
His name is
Off the
Tyler
internet?
Stephen Cassidy.
Oh, he has a real name?
Yeah, maybe I can find out more information about him. He also goes by Froggy Fresh.
Oh. It's always good to have multiple names. You know, for branding. It's easier for SEO when you have multiple names and multiple websites.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like how I threw out SEO, Steve? I'm very aware of SEO.
Okay, so Tyler Cassidy is from Michigan.
Okay. Which city?
I don't know.
Okay.
But he graduated in 2008 with a 3.95 GPA.
No.
So.
It was a joke.
It was a joke, but again, like I said, if it is, it's genius. And there you go. He's a real smart
Wow.
kid.
Hats off to you, Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler Cassidy, a.k.a. Krispy Kreme, a.k.a. Froggy Fresh. Hashtag
Benville
SEO.
High School. I don't know where that is.
Where is it?
Benville?
I don't know where that is.
It's still great. I don't care. He did it. He put it out there. He put the work in.
Yeah, I like that a really smart kid played a really stupid guy. And we all thought it was hilarious.
His friend is named Moneymaker Mike.
Of course.
But his name's actually Tyler Newby.
What's his GPA?
That I don't know. He also lives in Michigan.
So if he graduated in 2008, how old does that make them?
Young.
Yeah, really young.
SEO Schwartz.
It's pretty good. Whoa! Thanks for subscribing, Uncle Steve. It's kind of like my mom subscribing, though. It doesn't... You do it because you have to. Doesn't count. I don't know what I just did. Yeah, Steve, you did make a sound. You probably heard it on the stream. There's a lot of sounds I don't hear, actually. Like the donation sound doesn't, I don't think I've ever heard it. That wasn't a hint. I was just saying I don't think I've ever heard it on the stream. Oh, I can make it myself, though. Here, I'll do it. There you go.
Nice.
It's pretty triumphant. I just donated $24. John did. That was me, guys. Oh, thanks, Jaded Cicada. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad it's exciting. Yes. So this is my 41st episode. So I've been on here for a little while. I think 6 months or so now. Has it been 6 months? I don't know if it's been that long.
So.
Guys, I'm getting so old.
6 months.
You guys are watching me age slowly.
6 months at a time.
Yeah. 6 months at a time. Everybody, welcome Jaded Cicada to the Critter Crew.
Man, sorry guys, I feel like I'm sluggish tonight.
Maybe you're sluggish. Maybe you're snailish.
Maybe. It's sluggish.
Get it?
As a snail without a shell,
Get
I
it?
suppose.
Get it? Because I'm trying to... Oh, Jaded Cicada is not following. Thanks for the follow. Oh, yeah. Actually, Kesha, I don't remember anything. If you know anything about me, it's that I have a terrible memory. Which presents problems sometimes. So did I talk about the medication that I was on that was making me lose my memory on the stream?
That I don't know.
Stop me if I talked about that on the stream. Kesha, I'm sure you'll remember if I talked about that. Oh, thanks, Kirby. Yeah, I didn't feel like doing my hair. Very funny, Uncle Steve. Okay, so hold on one second. I gotta check something. Potential important message. Okay. So I had a shoulder condition that was caused by neuropathy, which is like sort of like nerves misfiring and nerve damage. And I was having a really hard time sleeping because I was getting these shooting nerve pains in the back of my arm, and every time I would roll over on it. So they put me on this medication that I took for about 4 or 5 months, and it was definitely helping, but I noticed that Amanda and I were getting in arguments like crazy, and it was because she would say something, or I would say something, and then she would say, "Well, you just said that," and I'm like, "I didn't say that," and then we would just argue about stuff that like I would constantly not remember saying things, or I would constantly not remember her saying things to me. And I honestly don't remember much of the details of it. Do you remember? Does that sound about right?
No, I just remember that we were not getting along.
Yeah,
and it was odd.
And like that's really really strange for us. Like
we'll bicker sometimes, but it's you do. I mean, we spend 24 hours a day together. It's
yeah,
happen.
But I mean, like it was never like that. It was never to the point where like we were so frustrated at each other, and the first thing I did was look up I looked up the side effects, and the side effects were like short-term memory loss, and so I cut my medication in half, and it started to get a little bit better. And then my doctor said, "Well, we should get you off that medication," which I took to mean as stop taking it. So instead of weaning myself off of it, I just stopped taking it, and then I got horribly ill because I was going through withdrawals from this medication, and God, I was sick for like 2 or 3 days before I realized why I was sick. So I'm a big dumb dummy is basically what I'm saying. So yeah, that was an interesting bout with chemicals that I had to take. Not fun. So let's see. R2Jade2 says, "What pencil are you using?" This is a Pentel twist erase. This is a 0.5 millimeter, and I believe this is a 2B lead in this one. And I use a 3B lead for doing the outlines, which is much softer. But the reason why I use these is because they have really big erasers, and I don't have to use I use a separate eraser sometimes when I'm trying to get more detail. I use this Mono Zero, which is a super nice eraser. So there you go. Well, I'm glad that you're having a good day, Jade Cicada. That's always good to hear. And we do have a Facebook group, but it is a hidden Facebook group. You have to be invited to it. So if you're interested in being part of the Critter Crew Facebook group, where we basically just talk about this stream, and it's a little it's an awesome little community. There's a lot of inside jokes happening. But there's definitely some benefits to being part of that group. So if you're interested, send an email or a whisper to Kesho81 on the chat here, and send her your email address is attached to your Facebook account, and she will send you an invite. So there you go. I'm not even paying attention to these songs.
Derek says, "I like when you use those types of spots, the ones with the white in the middle. Seems like you use that style on your resins and not on the Scribbles as much."
Yeah, I definitely don't use it on the Scribbles as much. I need to remedy that. Yeah, I kind of wanted him to feel a little bit like a little more tropical. So give him some cheetah spots. Hey guys, why don't elephants like playing poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs. Sorry. I really apologize for that one, guys. I know, I'm sorry. Well, Derek, I'm glad I could make you laugh. What's the one that the banana told on Gumball? What do you call fish with no eye? A fish. So stupid. What do mermaids use to clean their fins? Tide.
Good.
Oh, so good. So good. Keep 'em coming.
I don't know any jokes.
You sure you do?
No, actually, I don't.
Sure you do.
What jokes do I know?
I don't know. I'm sure you know something now. Most of the jokes I know, I learned from my kids. Chloe's got a ton of jokes.
Yeah, she's got some good ones.
If you just ask her to tell a joke, she's got a million of them on deck.
Oh, like, what kind of math are trees good at? Twigonometry.
That was fantastic. Really great. It's really, really good.
Easy for us is, what do you call a superhero with a lisp?
Superman?
Thor. I like Superman.
Superman! I think that was pretty great, Ethan. I commend you on that one.
Luther? Is that his?
Like Luther.
Superman.
Guys, I went to art school. I'm sorry. I do have a bachelor's degree, but it's for drawing things. Are you contemplating who you're dating? Who you might be potentially marrying? I just keep making this shell darker and darker because I feel like it's too close to the snail. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more contrast. That was really good, Ethan. I'm sure you hear tons of them from your kids. Sorry, I got quiet. I'm thinking.
Sorry, I'm also thinking. Sorry about that.
I wasn't thinking about jokes, though. I blame Sugar Ray on all of you guys. That's not my fault. That was your fault. This is... You made your bed, now you have to lie in it. Look what you did. You have to deal with the consequences of your own actions. That would be great, Ethan. I look forward to those texts. Let's keep it to one a day. And then I'll post them on the Facebook group.
I don't know how to do anything.
Are you having technical difficulties over there? As we're getting pretty close to this guy being finished. Not too bad, hour and a half.
Oh, there was a joke here I missed.
Uh-oh.
What did the grape do when he got stepped on? He let out a little whine.
That's pretty good. That's quality.
How do the oceans say hello to each other?
They wave.
They do wave.
That's a given. Come on.
Oh, here's one from Chloe. Can a matchbox,
Nope.
but a tin can?
Oh! So dumb.
When she asked me that, my answer was so lame.
What was it?
I said something like, if it's been taking lessons. Outside the box.
Yeah.
No
Sometimes a little too literal. Good night, Uncle Steve. All right. I think this looks pretty good. So I was looking at it on the small screen. So when you're doing a drawing or you're making any piece of art, it's good to stand back and really look at the whole thing. And it's nice that I can look at my screen and see this drawing smaller, like it's further away. So you can kind of see the whole composition, and see what you might not be seeing close up. It's why you always see the stereotype of artists, them standing back and contemplating their art. That's what they're doing. Oh, and if you've ever seen this thing when people do this and they hold out their paintbrush when they're doing when they're showing stereotypical artists on movies and stuff, they're actually measuring. So when you're trying to draw things in proportion, you might not know this. You hold your arm at arm's length, and you make a comparison between 2 points on whatever you're drawing. So you say like from the head to the nose, and at arm's length you make a mark with the tip of your thumb, and so you move your thumb up and down to like say the tip of the head down to the nose would be there, and then you translate that proportion to your drawing. So that's what artists are doing when they do that. So if you ever wanted to know, or if you didn't know that, there you go. So, why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so good at it.
It's pretty good.
Very good. Very good. How do you get a one-armed man out of a tree? You wave to him.
That's mean.
But I like you didn't even laugh. You're just like, no, Chris.
That's mean.
Sorry.
Your dudes and guys are real cute.
I don't know a lot of jokes. Yeah, art tips. It's more just I wanted people to know that if they've never been explained to them and they'd seen actors playing artists on TV.
Snuggle Cat and Shellboy. It's not their names.
That's what they're going to be called. Snuggle Cat and Shellboy TM. That one's already been registered. I can give you more art tips next time because I always run out of things to talk about. So next time.
Oh well, you were a teacher, so.
I was a teacher.
Buckle in, everybody.
Yeah, sorry. If you wanna become an artist or deal with the minutia of being an artist, I got lots to say. And it's free education, everybody. You don't have to go to college.
You don't actually.
You don't anymore. Actually, you didn't ever, but well, stick with me. I can help you learn how to draw if you'd like. Now, we didn't get the toilet talk. So I think I'm gonna wrap this guy up. I think he turned out pretty good, and
That's cute.
I'm feeling a little low energy tonight, and
Sorry, guys, we
I
are
apologize
low
for
energy.
that. I'm pretty happy with this drawing though, so that's not something you usually hear me say. Well, episode 41 in the bag. If anybody's new here and they want to be part of the Facebook group, send a whisper to Kesho81 and send her your email address that's tied to your Facebook account. So, and she'll send you an invite. But anyway,
Don't let our low energy tonight scare you off.
yeah, don't let us scare you off. We can't have barn burners like episode 40 every single time. But we'll get into it next time. So, it was awesome seeing you guys again. You're over here, and yeah, we'll have a good week, and I'll see you on Thursday drawing some kaiju, and hopefully I will be more excited about the weekend. So thank you, Shuby. Yeah, let's wrap it up. So, thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, premature air horn. All right. We will see you guys in a couple days. So, bye.
Bye.